Hi, I'm Guy, and today we're going to tackle a viral sensation that's probably all over your media feeds. Of course, I'm talking about the 5-gallon bucket mousetrap. It looks absolutely ingenious, right? But the real question is, does it actually solve your mouse problem? Let's find out. I'm almost certain that you've seen one of these things. You know, with the spinning can or trapdoor and the little ramp leading up to the top of the bucket, and the videos always show dozens of mice getting caught overnight. It's just one of those DIY projects that looks so incredibly effective, and you got to admit, it's pretty satisfying to watch too. I think that's everybody's first reaction, isn't it? You see it in action and you just think, wow, that is really amazing. And I'm not going to lie, even I was blown away the first time I saw one of these clips. The sheer number of mice that they seem to catch is just, well, it's astonishing. However, if we get past that wow factor, the truth may be a little different. So, we are going to deconstruct the internet's favorite DIY solution and dig into the real-world practicality of using one of these in your own home. And that brings us to the biggest question. And let's be honest, the most important question anyone would ask before you would want to build one of these is, do they actually work? Well, the answer turns out to be a little more complicated than a simple yes or no. The simple answer is yes, but, and this is really big, they only work under some very specific, almost perfect circumstances. And for the average person who just has a mouse or two in their kitchen, yeah, those circumstances are pretty much completely unrealistic. So, what are these ideal circumstances? Well, picture a farmer who has a massive mouse problem out in a barn. You've got tons of open space and a huge infestation. Yeah, in that case, it could probably catch a lot of mice, but contrast that with a real-world scenario. For most of us, just trying to catch a few mice in a normal home kitchen, the environment is completely different. And that leads us to the first huge problem with using one of these in a home setting. I mean, think about the sheer logistics of it. We can call this the Kitchen Conundrum. Seriously, just think about it for a second. Where exactly are you supposed to put a 5-gallon bucket in your kitchen? Are you going to stick it behind the fridge or next to the stove? Are you going to just plop it down in the middle of the floor? It's a huge, awkward object right in the space where you cook and live. And this really gets to the core of it. The issue isn't about some clever design. It's about pure, simple practicality. A bucket this big is just way too clunky for the very space you need to use it in. It just doesn't fit into a normal home. But the logistical problem is just the tip of the iceberg. The second, and probably more fundamental flaw, is that the entire trap design goes against the natural instincts of a mouse. This is where we need to get into a little mouse psychology. So, here's what you got to understand about how mice operate. First off, they are incredibly timid creatures. Second, they almost always travel right up against walls and baseboards because that's where they feel safe. They rarely ever just wander out into the open. And third, if you've ever set a trap, you know they often just ignore the bait even in a tiny little snap trap that is placed right in their path. So, this is where you see a big conflict in design. A normal trap is small, it's low profile, and you can put it right along the wall where they run. The bucket trap, on the other hand, is a giant imposing object that asks the mouse to leave its safe environment. You are asking the mouse to march out into the open to climb a ramp. That's a huge behavioral leap for a timid mouse. This question really gets to the heart of the matter. If a mouse won't check out a dab of peanut butter on a snap trap that is literally right in its way, why on earth would it go on some grand adventure up a ramp in the middle of the room for the exact same reward? The short answer is it probably won't. Now, There's actually a key concept here that explains why bait gets ignored so often. I call it eating out. It just basically means that the mice in your house are not prisoners. They got into your house through holes in the exterior walls, so they can go in and out. They have other food sources outside, so they're not just hungry or desperate enough to risk going for the bait that you laid out for them inside. So after looking at the practical side and the psychology of it all, what's the final verdict? Is this viral gadget a real pest control tool, or is it, something else? The conclusion is actually pretty straightforward. When you combine the fact that it's just too big and awkward with the reality that it works against the mouse's natural behavior, well, it's just not an effective way to catch mice. For the vast majority of people dealing with a home infestation, it really just boils down to that, doesn't it? On the one hand, you have the novelty. It makes a super fun, really impressive, and very shareable video. But on the other hand, you have the practicality. And the reality is, it's just not a useful tool for most real-life situations that you're going to face in your own home. So the bottom line is, these bucket traps are a novelty at best. They're a cool idea and a fun thing to watch online, but they're not a serious solution for controlling mice in your home. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like some more great pest control advice, please consider watching the videos at the end of this one. And as always, if you found this video to be of help to you in any way, please consider subscribing, and please don't forget to hit that like button as well. It would mean an awful lot to me. Be well, my friends.